My name is Akshatha Karangutkar. I am right now working with Samhita Social Ventures as an associate director. I'm responsible for the entire people and the entire HR capital for the. So earlier I was in media for the last 20 years. My association with Samhita just started. So I'm just new in this industry. So in media, if you see three trends which has always been there, which has become more sharper now. One is for sure, how fast you're able to respond. That has always been important because today there is a lot of competition. If you're not fast, someone else is going to come in and they're going to take it up. So first is how fast you're able to respond to your clients, to your people, to your queries. Second is innovation. I think a lot of things are happening in this space. You cannot go back to your clients with the same stories. You need to look at what are things you can do differently. So in the media space, if you see, innovation has been a very, very important thing. If you see the brands that are doing good, they've been very innovative. They know the pulse of what people want, and they've very beautifully captured that. Third, I would see putting people or putting the emotions there, whether it is your internal people or people outside. I think if you do not put people first, I think you will not be able to survive. That is something I strongly believe. So in COVID, one thing all of us learned is everything revolves around data. I think today data is big. Whether you're talking to a small client, you're talking to a big client, you're looking at your own stuff within your organization. Everything revolves around how well you're able to look at the data, interpret data. So if you ask me, data would be a big thing. By 25, I think is too long. Even in the next 2 years, you would see data is going to take up a lot of space. I think today everybody needs to understand data and how you can use it for your own business. Second is technology. I think the technology was always on everybody's radar, but COVID kind of fast tracked it. So today technology is a second important thing. You need to know what are those technologies which is affecting or helping your industry, and you need to quickly kind of jump on and understand those. Third would be how you can become a specialist in your own sector. There was a time where people would be generalists, they would do 10 things. Today, I think, you need, if you are a brand, you need to know what is that one thing you are good at. People want to look at you as a specialist, whether you're a person, whether you're a brand. I think look at that one thing which makes you, unique and start working on that. I think that is what in the next 2, 3 years you would see the uh, entire industry revolve upon. So your data, your technology, and your one skill that you're going to strongly work. One is, very, very important. I feel whether it is media or even this own industry, you need to know what is happening on the ground. Many a times, we sit in an AC chamber and we sit in our own space and keep talking about plans. But at the end of the day, if you don't know what is that is affecting or impacting people, you will not be able to drive the kind of things what you want to do. So one thing I strongly feel is your ground connect. You need to have a very strong ground connect to understand what exactly people are going through. That is when you will be able to step in and do something relevant. Otherwise, I think everything is like, good on the plan, on the paper, but you will not be able to execute or implement. One for sure is, how empathetic you are as a leader. I'm sure as a leader, people would look up to you, how you treat people. I think today, if you look at people talk about attrition, people talk about, leadership movements. The whole thing that today people look up to when they join an organization is how strong the leadership is. So first, I would say empathetic leadership. Second is, listening. I think the leaders need to listen more. It is not about them, it is about people. It is about how they are able to step in and people up. That is the second thing. Third, today with a lot of changes happening around, leaders need to understand or they need to their people. So today, it's not easy. It's not a machine that there is a new system that is coming. You can change. You need to ensure that you skill and you groom people so that you are able to, as you move up, you're able to move people along. So that is something I would feel as a good leader or a company that works on good leadership looks at these three things. I think that a big moment I've yet to experience, if I can be very honest. But something small, if I can say, I think for a role I am in, it is important that I understand people. I understand the pulse of people. That is when I will be able to align people and business. Thankfully, that is one thing I have been blessed, or maybe I've been working towards it. So I'm able to understand people and business and able to kind of marry the very well. So that has been my strength, and I have seen that helping wherever I have worked. It has helped. I always admire Anand Mahindra, the kind of connect he has with people. You know, when you look at his posts or when you look at his interview, he's that one person, you don't feel he is the Anand Mahindra. You look at him as someone, who can mentor people. You feel that connect easily without even meeting him. So that is one person I admire. I follow him very religiously on all the social platforms. The kind of connect he has with junior most people, either within the organization or outside the organization, it's wonderful. And beyond that, he knows how to engage people and he's always there. You do not feel that, he's so big. He's there always to support. He engages all audiences very well. So I like him, I admire. Hope I get to meet him someday. One thing for sure is I've seen the younger generation giving up very fast. I think they have a lot of plans, lot of ideas. They put in the entire efforts. The moment it doesn't work the way they want it to be, I think they immediately kind of give up. I think that is something they need to work on. It takes time. They need to be patient. That is the first thing. Second thing is, at a younger generation, I've seen they keep comparing themselves with others. I think it is too important to understand their own strengths and build on it. It is good to have role models. It is good to understand and learn from people. But end of the day, they are unique. They need to understand what is that uniqueness they bring to table, and they need to work on that instead of comparing themselves with others. And the third thing would be they need to keep, skilling. I've seen a lot of kids these days, they do not read much. They're very active. They have all the apps, they have access to everything, but they're not very, they don't read much in their own space. So I would say they need to keep reading, they need to know what is happening. This is where I keep saying ground connect. They need to know what is happening in their own space, and if they are looking at a particular industry, particular space, particular profession, they need to dig a little deeper and know everything about that space, what is happening in that industry. That is too important.